there's another group who is making improvements here at North. The Future Farmers of America just gave our courtyard a makeover. We sat down with some of the faces behind the club to hear more about what FFA will do.
The Future Farmers of America, or the FFA, is a dynamic youth organization with agriculture education which prepares students for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. The FFA at our school just recently completed a project on improving the school courtyard. This year's president, Chandler Graham, led the project and made some big changes.
In the courtyard, we put more mulch down. We planted a lot more flowers and stuff, and a couple more bushes, as you can see back here. Right now in FFA, we just got our order of t-shirts, so you can join for $10 and you get a free t-shirt with the deal. Then you also get like your own online profile for FFA, and you can use it to compete in contests and all that kind of stuff. What made me run for president in FFA was, I guess I liked the leadership aspect, and I kind of wanted to put it on my college transcript, and I'm pretty interested in the club. So.
There are nearly 300 career paths in the agriculture industry, and FFA is dedicated to student success in these fields.
I had ag last year, and I just really liked the teacher, and he taught us about FFA, and so I joined.
Now that we've learned more about FFA, make sure to go and see Mr. Townsend, room 1103, if you're interested in joining.
If you see Chandler Graham or any other members of FFA, be sure to thank them for making our school that much more beautiful. There is another club making huge impacts here at North. We met with some of the leadership behind the National Spanish Honor Society to learn what to expect from the club this year.
The National Spanish Honor Society is an organization for students in Spanish levels 3, 4, and 5. Mr. Batista, the club sponsor, gave us some insight on what the organization is all about.
The National Spanish Honor Society is an organization that has been promoting the culture of the Spanish language along with the use of the Spanish language throughout the world.
One of the presidents of the organization, Parker Jones, talked about some of the upcoming events that they are participating in.
Some of the things that the club does is Immersion Day, which is where the middle school students who are in Spanish classes come up and we teach them a bunch of different Spanish things. We also do the Pulsera project, which is we get artisans from Nicaragua and Costa Rica to make bracelets, and we sell them here to help go towards their income. And then we also do Holiday in the Den. We bring out elementary age kids from local elementary schools, and we work with them.
Mr. Batista wants to pay homage to the previous sponsor, Ms. Larson.
I just wanted to give props to Ms. Larson. She was the previous sponsor of the National Spanish Honor Society. She brought it here to the school in 2003, and I just hope to do half the job she did when she was sponsor.
We can't wait to see what else the National Spanish Honor Society will do throughout the school year.
National Spanish Honor Society has been around since 2003 like a lot of the clubs here, but there's a new club coming to North Paulding that has its first ever meeting this Wednesday. UNICEF Club made its debut this week in room 1102. The UNICEF Club is working with the United Nations Children's Fund to help educate and protect kids in over 190 countries across the globe. The club is one of the first community service-oriented clubs to have no GPA or grade level requirements to join. The only thing students need to join is a passion for helping people. We met with the founder and president of the club to learn more about what exactly UNICEF Club is.
Our club will support UNICEF's mission by having local events that help children in Paulding County and Georgia, but also having fundraisers that will donate to UNICEF to help their cause.
With such a good cause and so much hype surrounding it, it's no wonder the club already has 66 prospective members. If you want to join, find the bulletin board outside room 1102 and join the Remind. Now for something more competitive, let's go to Reese West with sports.
What is up, Wolfpack? Let's jump right into this week's scores. First up, we have our Wolfpack volleyball team, who is currently killing it with a record of 14-6 after winning last week's game 2-1. Their next game after the break is their senior night on Tuesday, October 1st. Next up, we have our softball team, who dominated their senior night game 13-3. They've been doing great this season, so let's hope they can keep it up at their next game October 3rd. Finally, we have our football team, who got to enjoy a nice break last week after destroying East Paulding 49-0, making them undefeated so far. Let's see if they can remain undefeated Friday night as the Wolfpack face off against the Woodstock Wolverines right here in the Den at 7:30. Come out and support the Pack in all gold in honor of childhood cancer awareness. Let's head back over to the desk with Avery. Go Pack!
Thanks, Reese. There are many teachers here at North Paulding, but very few connect with students like Mrs. Mack does. We wanted to find out what made her so special, so we sent out Sophia Mimoso to find out.
North Paulding has a lot of respectable teachers. Miss Mack is an art teacher here at North. She's been teaching here for 3 years.
I teach art because I love art so much, and I know that everyone doesn't love art, but when they take my class, they normally end liking something about it. So it's a different experience than most classes. My favorite thing to teach is pottery, and that's just because that's what my degree is in. So I love that kids can take a block of clay and start with something and mold it into something they never thought they could do. And most people keep their pottery forever. And I think it's really important that teachers not only teach what they love, but do what they love. So I'm an art teacher, and I should still practice art outside of school. So it keeps me current and relevant, and kids know like I have a deep appreciation and love for it because I do it in my free time outside of school also.
Miss Mack is different about other teachers because she does care. And that's something that we all know, and you don't see that in everything.
I like Miss Mack because she's fun and she really can relate to the students, and she lets us do, whatever we want, like based on art.
And I just like to be myself. Like, I don't care what people think. If I have pink hair or purple hair, or I wear a big bow in my hair, or, leopard print shoes with a rainbow shirt, like, I don't care. I am who I am, and I love myself for what I am. And I really don't care if other people don't like it because it makes me feel great about myself. And that's how everyone should feel about themselves.
Now that we've learned a little more about Miss Mack, you should all go take a look at her students' artwork in the library.
That's all we have for you today.
Thanks for watching, and remember,
stay classy, North Paulding.